The new girl walked into the gym, her backpack slung over one shoulder, quiet confidence in her step. It was her first day at school, and already whispers trailed behind her. The boys near the bleachers snickered, nudging each other, sizing her up like she didn't belong. She ignored them, her eyes scanning the basketballs stacked neatly at the back wall. All she wanted was a peaceful workout, a bit of space to breathe. But the moment she picked up a ball, laughter echoed through the room. The so-called cool kids thought she looked too delicate to even throw it right. One of them walked up, smirk plastered on his face, and said, "Hey, new girl, this isn't ballet class." Two, she turned to him calmly, her expression unreadable. The boy's friends leaned forward, waiting for a reaction, but she simply shrugged and started dribbling. The ball bounced with rhythmic precision, the sound crisp and controlled. But he didn't like being ignored. He shoved her shoulder, hard enough to make her stumble. The laughter grew louder, echoing off the gym walls. She caught herself, looked down, and took a deep breath. Everyone thought she was embarrassed. They didn't realize she was controlling her anger, counting the seconds to stay composed. Because if she didn't, she knew what she was capable of. 3, oh, come on, don't tell me you're gonna cry, another boy taunted, stepping closer. The new girl looked up, her eyes suddenly sharp. The air shifted slightly, a flicker of tension rippling through the room. She didn't speak. She just stepped forward once, slow and deliberate. The smirk on the bully's face faltered for a moment. He laughed it off, reaching out as if to shove her again. But this time, she moved faster than anyone could register. 4, in a blink, her leg snapped up in a perfect, high kick. Her foot stopped an inch from his chest, the power humming through the air. He froze, eyes wide, realizing too late this wasn't some scared new girl. The entire room went silent, the laughter dying mid-echo. Then, just as he blinked, she pivoted her foot and delivered a lightning-fast kick that struck his hand, sending his phone flying across the floor. Gasps erupted. 3 seconds had passed. The boy stumbled backward, stunned, clutching his arm. 5, what the, how did you, he stammered, his confidence shattered. The girl stepped back, lowering her leg, her breathing calm and steady. "Don't touch people without their permission," she said softly, her voice cold and precise. The bullies exchanged uneasy glances. One of them tried to laugh it off again, but his voice cracked halfway. The energy in the gym had changed completely. Even the ones who had been recording on their phones now held them lower, unsure if they should continue. 6, the coach entered at that moment, drawn by the sudden silence. He saw the boy clutching his arm, the girl standing tall, and the group of students wide-eyed. "What's going on here?" he demanded. No one answered. The new girl looked at him, expression still neutral. "Nothing serious," she said quietly, and walked past him toward the mats. The coach's eyes followed her, puzzled. The bullies remained frozen in place, processing what had just happened. The boy she'd kicked glanced at his friends, none of them dared to meet his eyes. 7, over the next few days, rumors spread faster than wildfire. Some said she was a martial arts champion. Others whispered she used to train with professionals. The truth was, no one really knew, but everyone suddenly knew better than to mess with her. In the cafeteria, the same boys who had laughed at her now avoided her gaze. The video of the incident had gone around the school within hours, though no one dared post it publicly. They knew that even online, she could make them regret it. 8, despite her strength, she wasn't arrogant. She didn't brag or threaten anyone. In fact, she continued going about her day quietly, sitting alone at lunch, reading, practicing in the gym after classes. Some students began to admire her calmness, realizing there was more to her than the moment everyone witnessed. She didn't fight to show power, she acted to defend her own dignity. And slowly, people started to respect her for that. 9, one afternoon, the boy she'd kicked approached her again. This time, his head was bowed, and his voice was softer. "Hey, about that day," he began. She looked up, waiting. "I was an idiot. I'm sorry." She studied him for a moment before nodding slightly. "Just don't do it again," she said. There was no anger, just quiet certainty. The boy nodded, grateful for forgiveness he probably didn't deserve. It was a strange sight, the bully learning humility from the one he once mocked. Tenth by the end of the semester, the new girl had become somewhat of a legend, not because she fought, but because she proved strength didn't need words. The same students who once whispered behind her back now looked up to her, understanding that real power comes from restraint and courage. As she walked out of the gym one afternoon, sunlight spilling over the floor, the echoes of that day still lingered in the air. 3 seconds had changed everything, but what truly stayed was the lesson. Never underestimate someone's calm, for it might hide a storm that can shatter your arrogance in a heartbeat.